Well, hey there, guys. Welcome back to a brand new video on the Zeke Said So Pictures YouTube channel. I am obviously dressed up. Um, but today is Oscar Sunday. The Oscars are finally here. It's the 95th Academy Awards. It's going to be hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. Now, I did my Oscar predictions on the Zeke Said So Pictures YouTube channel, on the Zeke Said So podcast. So what you're about to listen to is actually my predictions from the Zeke Said So show this past Friday. Later on tonight, I will be giving you guys I'm going to be giving you guys a quick little summary. It's not going to be a very long thing. It's going to be a quick little summary of of essentially what went down during the Oscars, and then we're going to do a full breakdown on next week's Zeke Said So show. So what you're about to listen to is a clip from the Zeke Said So podcast and by the way, if you guys want to check out the Zeke Said So podcast feed, it is available wherever you get your podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Music. It is available. Amazon Music. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. So please make sure you guys go and subscribe to the Zeke Said So podcast feed. That will help us out very, very much. So sit back, relax, and here's a clip from the Zeke Said So show. These are my Oscar predictions. All right, guys, and now we are going to go ahead and move on to our final main topic, and that is this. The Oscars are this Sunday, and I'm going to give you guys my predictions for what I believe will win at the Academy Awards this year. I'm only going to go through some of the major categories. I'm not going to really delve into like best documentary or best costume design. I'm not going to get into my prediction on those. So here are my final Oscar predictions, okay? We're going to start with best original screenplay. In fact, actually, let me go ahead and do this here. Let me go ahead and bring up the nominees here for the Academy Awards. So I'm going to do that. Hold on. Let me split screen here. Put two separate documents in my viewpoint. There we go. That's better. All right, let's go ahead and do this. So, best original screenplay. The nominees are The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to end up taking best original screenplay. In fact, you're going to see a pattern here that I believe Everything Everywhere All at Once has the potential of sweeping the Oscars this year. Best adapted screenplay, we have All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun Maverick, and Women Talking. I believe that All Quiet on the Western Front will win for best adapted screenplay. Although I wouldn't be shocked if either Top Gun or if either Women Talking or Glass Onion sneak in there as a possible winner, as a possible surprise. Best visual effects, we have All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and Top Gun Maverick. No question here, no competition. This is Avatar: The Way of Water's award. I don't see a world in which this movie does not end up winning best visual effects. So I'm completely willing to bet that this movie will win for best visual effects. Best original song. The nominees for best original song are Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick, Lift Me Up from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Natu from RRR, and This Is a Life from Everything Everywhere All at Once. and this is the only category that I don't think Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to take. I think this is going to go to Naatu Naatu. This song is basically like uh, it's swept a lot of the early awards season stuff, including the Critics' Choice and the Golden Globes. And I believe it has a shot of taking home the Oscar. And it would be a well deserved because I actually do like that song. In fact, honestly, all of these songs, minus applause, I think I would have switched out applause for something else, but all of these songs, I wouldn't mind if any of these songs end up winning. Like Hold My Hand, I wouldn't be shocked if that one took it. Lift Me Up is a powerful song. This Is a Life is a really wonderful song. I know Everything Everywhere All at Once isn't really well known for its music, but if you guys ever have a chance, look up the song This Is a Life and tell me you don't think that's a really nice little song. So, anyway, all right, best film editing. So, best film editing, a category that is near and dear to my heart. Best film editing. We have The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun Maverick. I think this could go to Elvis, but I'm willing to bet, like I said, I think Everything Everywhere is going to do a really great job this year. I personally believe that Everything Everywhere All at Once will and should win this category for best film editing. When you watch Everything Everywhere All at Once, the story is great, the direction is great, the acting is fantastic. That is an editor's film. If the editing in that film is bad, then the idea of transferring of going into all these different universes completely fails. The movie relies on its editing to help you follow which universe you're going into. And there's one particular moment where um, where they're like cutting back and forth between this really intense action scene and this really heartfelt conversation between Michelle Yeoh and Stephanie Hsu towards the third act of the film that is just incredible. And again, that just goes to really amazing editing. Is that I feel like Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to end up taking it. Let's move on to best cinema. But I will say, before we move on to best cinematography, I will say Elvis does have a definite shot of hitting it because I've heard a lot of really good things about. There are people out there who thought the editing in Elvis was great. I personally didn't. I personally felt like the editing was a little bit too much, a little bit too rapid, and a little bit too fast paced for me. To where point where after we reached a certain point of the film, I couldn't even tell what was going on anymore. But that being said, Elvis could also take this one, and Top Gun also. Top Gun also has a shot because what Top Gun Maverick was able to do, the editing in Top Gun Maverick is really special because what that film was able to do, that film was able to take 800 hours worth of flight footage and condense all of it and use and put the best takes. It's already hard enough when you're doing multiple takes of a shot of just people standing in a room talking. It's already difficult cutting a scene like that together. But when you're cutting, I can't even imagine what it was like to cut that aerial footage together. I can't even imagine. So we'll see who ends up taking it between Elvis, Everything Everywhere, and Top Gun Maverick. Best cinematography, we have All Quiet on the Western Front, Bardo, The False Chronicle of a Handful Truths, Elvis, Empire of Light, and Tar. As much as I would love to give this to Roger Deakins for Empire of Light, I think this is one of those that All Quiet will win for. I'll be honest with you, I have not seen All Quiet on the Western Front. I'm actually going to try and watch that this weekend before the Oscars, just so I can watch it before I end up watching the ceremony because I'll be honest, I've seen every film that's nominated for Best Picture except for All Quiet on the Western Front. So I have to hurry up and catch up on that movie. Okay. Sorry guys, I just yawned because it is 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm still recording the show. Okay. Best animated film. Feature film, I should say. Nominees are Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red. You guys know my favorite animated film of the year is Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. But I know deep down in my heart of hearts that film is not winning Best Animated Film. This is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio's. This is Pinocchio. I don't really think there's a shot for any of the other films. I mean, maybe Puss in Boots. Maybe Puss in Boots has a chance of sliding in there. But honestly, I don't even see Puss in Boots doing it. You know. But I will say, if any of these films end up winning Best Animated Film, I won't be mad. Because, especially guys, if you guys haven't checked out The Sea Beast, go watch The Sea Beast. It's a really cute little movie. It's a movie that I'll be honest, when I first saw, when I first heard that this movie was coming, I was like, this sounds a little, I don't know how I feel about this. Then I saw like a clip of the movie when I was scrolling through Netflix. I saw a clip of the movie and I was like, wait, that actually doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad. And then I ended up watching the movie, having no idea what it was about, and I ended up loving it. It's a beautifully gorgeous movie. I didn't love the ending of that film, but I really did love the film as a whole. So I would say if you guys have not checked out, The Sea Beast, go check it out. But yeah, as far as Best Animated Feature Film goes, I think Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is going to end up taking Best Animated Feature Film. All right, Best Directing. Best Achievement in Directing. The nominees are Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans, Todd Field for Tar, and Ruben Ostlund for Triangle of Sadness. Just based on who ended up winning the DGA award, I'm thinking that this award is going to go to Everything Everywhere All at Once. Although I won't be surprised if either Spielberg or Martin McDonagh end up taking it. But I will say this is a really good list of directors nominated this year. There's not a single person on this list who I would have switched out for anybody else. Like Ruben Ostlund, I'm so happy to see him on there because I thought Triangle of Sadness was an amazing film and one of my favorites of the year. Spielberg, obviously, The Fabelmans was one of my favorites of the year. And then Everything Everywhere All at Once was my favorite movie of the year. So, I think Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert are going to end up taking the Best Director home for the Oscars. Now we move on to the acting categories. Best Supporting Actress. The nominees are Angela Bassett for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow for The Whale, Carrie Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie Hsu for Everything Everywhere All at Once. As much as I so badly want Angela Bassett to win this award, because I would love to see an actor from a Marvel movie walk on stage and accept an Oscar, I don't think it's going to happen. And the SAG Awards made me change my tune on this, because I thought Angela Bassett had this locked, And after seeing the results of the SAG Awards, I think Jamie Lee Curtis is going to take this home. I just firmly believe Jamie Lee Curtis is going to end up taking this one home. And you know what? I won't be mad either because Jamie Lee Curtis was so good. She was so good in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And oh gosh. And I'll be honest, that role that Jamie Lee Curtis, it's not an easy role to play. At least not the way that Jamie Lee Curtis plays it. It's not an easy role to play, but Jamie Lee Curtis makes it look easy. And it really does not seem like an easy role to pull off. So I'm going to go with Jamie Lee Curtis on this one. Although, if Angela Bassett does win, I won't be shocked because I actually do. If we were doing a should win, will win, Jamie Lee Curtis will win, but I think Angela Bassett should win this award. So, all right. Best Supporting Actor, we have Brendan Gleeson for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Judd Hirsch for The Fabelmans, Barry Keoghan, okay, for The Banshees of Inisherin, and Ki Hoi, wow, let me try this again. Ki Hoi Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think this is going to Ki Hoi Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. He has swept all the awards, and this is basically his last stop. And you know what? Like I said, I won't be mad about that because I think that's the perfect. I think he did give. Out of all the actors here, look, Brendan Gleeson was fantastic. I can't say anything. I can't really say much about Brian Tyree Henry because I haven't seen Causeway. But Judd Hirsch, fantastic. Barry Keoghan, fantastic. But Ki Hoi Kwan outshined everybody in Everything Everywhere All at Once, in my opinion. So, and that's a movie that's filled with a lot of great performances from Michelle Yeoh and Jamie Lee Curtis and Stephanie Hsu. I thought Ki Hoi Kwan just stole it from everybody. Best Lead Actress, we got Cate Blanchett for Tar, Ana de Armas for Blonde, Andrea Riseborough from To Leslie, Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans, and Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think Michelle Yeoh is going to end up taking this one. Like I said, I think Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to end up sweeping a lot of the major categories. And I personally think Michelle Yeoh deserves this. I think she should win, and I think she will win. Look, Cate Blanchett was great in Tar. Nothing taken away. And if she wins, I won't be upset about that. But I think if I had to do a should win, will win, I think Michelle Yeoh should and will win for Everything Everywhere All at Once. All right, Best Lead Actor. We have Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for Aftersun, and Bill Nighy for Living. And I am going to say Brendan Fraser wins this for The Whale. That is my prediction. Just coming off of the SAG Awards, I think there's a lot of momentum for Brendan Fraser, so I think he's going to take it home. Which brings me to Best Picture. And the nominees for Best Picture are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun: Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. And I think Everything Everywhere All at Once will and should win Best Picture. And again, guys, thank you so much for listening to my Oscar predictions. That's just a little bit about what I think is going to win, and if you want what my full breakdown of all the categories, because I only went through a certain number of categories in that initial breakdown. But if you want my prediction on all the categories, go to my Twitter or go to my Twitter, and you'll see a list, my Oscars prediction list on Twitter, so that you guys can go and check that out. And make sure you're following me on Instagram at Zeke_said_so, because I'm going to be doing a full break. I'm going to be kind of reacting to all of the winners as they are announced throughout the night. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please come back and join me for the next video that will be uploaded probably later tonight. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. I think I should subscribe to this channel because Zeke the Geek said so. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.